welcome back to Memory Bites. Today, as promised, we'll be having a quick look into my retro toy collection. I'm just going to have a quick look, have an explore. Who knows, might see some bits you recognise, might see some bits you don't. Okay, let's do it. Okay, where to start? Well, I have lots in my collection, lots of really random stuff. But I think I'm going to start with this guy. Spider-Man. Not my only Spider-Man action figure by any means, and certainly not my first one. But this one does mean a lot to me. This one is from the 1990s, early 90s I think, 92, 93. Very played with condition. This one does take pride of place in a display cabinet I have in my bedroom actually. This one actually means quite a lot to me because after my elder sister moved out of our parents' house, on my first visit to her new house, she took me shopping. Yeah, and to a newly opened Toys R Us that's here in Manchester, which is ironically going to close very soon. She said I could pick something out, and this is what I picked out. Spider-Man. Yep, very played with. Suction cups are falling off. Be careful with them. Missing a finger, as you can see. But yeah, very well loved. And actually on that shopping trip, we went to a comic store and I got my first American comic. So these two really do mean quite a lot to me. So that's them. So I've mentioned these guys before, Transformers. I'm just going to give them a quick mention. I won't show any more Transformers than this. I think I might have already shown this one before, and I apologise if I have. But I do have a very large collection of Transformers, so this is the only one I'm going to show, I promise. I just want to show you this. It's a really old label. This one only cost me $17.99 when it first came out. I've not checked eBay, but I wonder how much this is worth now. Even in this condition, it's really ratty box. But, yeah. On a previous video I've mentioned M.a.s.k, how M.a.s.k was a great cartoon. This is my only M.a.s.k toy at the moment. These are still quite expensive. Having a look on eBay, these are still quite pricey. This one's Kondo. I think anyone who collected M.a.s.k had this because it was one of the smaller sets and it was really quite cheap for a M.a.s.k toy. The larger ones like Thunderhawk, the more popular ones, those who don't know M.a.s.k, that's the car that turned into a plane. Those are still, well even now they're still quite expensive. But this guy works quite well. Joints are still tight. Still changes really well. Still really loose. This one actually sits on the little display case behind me. If you ever watch one of my videos, you might see this guy behind me. He is the only M.a.s.k toy I have in my collection at the moment. But like I say, I'm always on the lookout for more. So, who knows? There, remember Starcom? Starcom? This was Starcom. This was one of the popular spaceships of the series. This isn't my original one. My original one was got broken a long time ago. This one's actually the Canadian edition, and you can probably tell that because it's actually in English and French. These were great. These had what they used to call the Magnalock system. It was all magnet related. Yeah. Box over there. 2 sets of instructions. One in English, one in French. It's Canadian. And they were kind of like wind-up toys, but with release buttons. So you'd close them, you can hear the mechanism. Then you'd press the button. I think this one's actually, yeah, not very good. I didn't do it like that. The bigger sets obviously had more things that flipped out and stuff. But I'm actually still quite glad these are here. These were always the first thing to go missing, these wingtips on the guy. His visor. His visor always used to go missing. Always the first thing to go. So yeah, again, that's my only one of these, my only Starcom toy. They're not rare, but they're unusual to find, and because they're more of a specialist thing, then they do tend to be quite expensive still. But hey, like I say, always unlocking. Turtles. Everyone loves turtles. Everyone I know loves turtles anyway. Yep, that's how much I paid for it. £2.25 from Mel's discount, a shop that's long since disappeared. This is one of the auto mutations. And these ones, they were just flip out ones really. They had a mechanism where you squoze the legs together and the back would flip out. There he is. All complete in box. Here's when you tuck this hood into his shell, squeeze the legs together, and it flips out. I'm actually going to show it now. I could probably show it another one if people are interested, but do have a lot to get through. I'm going to be here over the day otherwise. I do have another mutation one though. I can show. This one is the Foot Soldier. The exploding robots from the original Turtle series. There he is. He was slightly expensive, this one. £2.50 from the same shop. At the time I bought 3 of these mutation figures. The other one was a Donatello. When I first bought them though, I didn't realise you could open the box like this and check out the inside. So I just picked up these 3. Well, this one, and the Donatello. And when I got the Donatello home, its arm was busted. So it just kind of sat in the box for 20-30 years with a broken arm. Until I gave it to Simon at Super Nerds UK. Hopefully he'll put the box to good use. Anyway, those are my turtles. Don't have any more turtles than that at the moment. Again, because they're still popular. And so because they're still popular, they're still expensive. My Ghostbusters collection. Yes, I have a Ghostbusters collection, and this is it. And this is actually my most recent retro toy pickup. This is it. One of the, I don't know, Fright Feature, I think it was called, figures. And again, this has got a mechanism where you squeeze the arm down and he's supposed to look scared. His hair pops up, his eyes pop out, his mouth opens. But this one has got very freaky eyes because the paint's come off. There we go. Doesn't really work that well. Hair works fine, the eyes don't. You have to actually open his mouth to do that. There we go. Not the best, but it's a start on a collection. I always loved the real Ghostbusters figures. It was my brother who had all them growing up. So, hey, every collection's got to start somewhere. Speaking of which, another recent pickup. It's Vinny from M.a.s.k. M.a.s.k from M.a.s.k. This one is from the remake though. The early 2000s remake. Is it early 2000s? Maybe 2011? I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure you'll tell me. This isn't one of the 90s ones. I know that because my brother, again, had the 90s M.a.s.k from M.a.s.k, and on them ones you could push down the antenna so the helmet fits on when on the bike. So, hey. It was in the shop. I remembered it. Didn't have it. So I got it. Oh, helmet fell off. Sounds painful. Mummy's alive. They were mummies who were alive, I guess. Now this one, which is loose, and he has his armour, kind of falcon armour. And I have 2 boxed ones. This guy. Evil Sorcerer Scarab. Maybe I'll remember it better from the logo. Anyway, I did 1 season of the TV show. Certainly in this country anyway. This is great, look at this. The UK does not stock all the products shown in the photographs. Why show them? Anyway. So I've got this Sorcerer Scout, the main bad guy, and then one of his little minions, the evil Shabti Trooper. Again, I'm not opening these. These were made by Kenner. He made a great range of aliens from the movie Aliens. Loads of figures, and they're great. And they always gave away these little catalogues. Probably see that moving around at the back. Like product catalogues. So I'm actually tempted to open one of these just to get those catalogues out. Really screaming to open it. Kenner also did a great range of Batman figures. I think they did Batman the Animated Series figures as well as some Turtle stuff as well. So, Mummy's alive. Okay. Got our liner. There he is. I actually quite enjoyed that series. Again, I think it only ran for maybe 1.5 seasons, but I actually quite enjoyed it. So, yeah, there's Liner. There's Mumra, of course. Again, look at the price on that if you can see it. So expensive. I was actually looking to get these. These are actually the last ones on the shelf. Just one of those random shops you go into just to see what's available in there, and these were just on the shelf. And Panther, which was always my favourite in the original series. Those are great. Those are the ones I'm after though. These are the remakes, like the 12-inch classic figures, they're great. Good to have these in the collection until then. Okay, now I mentioned the Aliens toy line from Kenner, and I actually have one. This one is the Alien Queen. And it wasn't until I got this I realised just how many hands it actually has. There's 3 pairs of hands. It's a tiny set here. Another set on the inside, and this one. It's crazy. And this figure has a little button just underneath the crest. The idea is you press the button and then this extra mouth pops out, but that doesn't work. It will just fall out though. Yeah, been very played with. It also has a button on the hip and the tail will spin round. Get in there. Yeah, that works fine. Do it fast enough and the mouth pops out anyway. Yeah. So, I'm not sure what year he's from. These are early 90s as well, I think. I'm sure they've got a stamp on here somewhere, but anyway, so that's good. I used to also have a Ripley figure, but again, over the course of time, moving houses, growing up, putting things down. Okay. Anyway, I do also have a set of Spawn, well, not a full set of Spawn figures, but I do have these Spawn figures as well. Now I got these, again, early 90s I think it was. Or even later, no, yeah, early 90s. And I'd never heard of Spawn at the time. Never heard of them at all. I just saw these on a shelf. They look cool. Never heard of them. So I picked it up. And what I didn't know was who it was by. It was by Todd McFarlane, of course. And all the figures came with a comic book. And this comic book was like the backing card. It was just a clear plastic case. Just kind of like this. So on the back of these comics are the available figures. tells you what it can do and stuff. This is what's getting me. Look at this. It's drawn. It's not actually a photo like Elise. At least it's drawn. So I don't actually know if they actually ever put this into production. I've certainly never seen one. This Spawn Alley. Now, I have most of these. I don't have this guy, Tremor, so I'm looking out for him. But I do have the rest. And I'm actually quite glad I'm still using one piece because I know this bit here, this clasp, that's usually the first thing to go missing. Or one of these really flimsy chains, usually the first thing to go missing. So I'm not going to show all of them, I will show this one now. And I also like this guy as well. The medieval Spawn, the knight. He's quite cool. When I was at home and living with my parents, this used to be on the windowsill. As you can probably tell, it's a bit bleached. I don't know if you can tell that with this bright light, but it's more pinky than red. Especially this book here. It's very pink. So, needless to say, at the moment, it doesn't stay anywhere near the window. These live in the same display case as my Spider-Man figure. Hey. Now these were the first range of Todd McFarlane toys, and they used to call them Todd toys. Not sure at what point he's changed it to McFarlane toys, but he started calling them Todd's toys. And speaking of McFarlane's toys, they brought out a great range of movie-based action figures for more display purposes, called the Movie Maniacs. Now I have a few of them, and those were great. They weren't very articulated, they were more display pieces, but they were great, especially if you're a movie buff like I am. Fan, fanatic. But these are great. Here's Ash. He's from the Army of Darkness. You can see, not very articulated, movable hip, movable ankles, and the arms move a little bit. They're meant to stay in the pose. I'm guessing that's a pose from the movie. Yeah, I think it is. If it was in the pit, I think it is. Yeah. So that's cool. It's one of my favourites. I love the Evil Dead movie. There's Jason. This one's from Jason Goes to Hell, which is film 9. Film 9, I think so, yeah. That one's from film 9. And this one is from film 10. Jason X. Again, doesn't really move much. Not really meant to. These are more like action figures for grown-ups. There you go. Some Jasons. This is great. It's very detailed, this one. This is the Predator from Predator 2. Has his disc. Has his spikes that do actually come out, but they're a bit stiff. Movable helmet, of course. Shoulder mounted cannon. And if you've seen Predator 2, I haven't given any spoilers here, his arm comes off after being chopped off by Danny Glover. No prizes for guessing that movie? Yes. Michael Myers. Excellent. I know everyone used to talk about Freddy versus Jason, but I thought of a better movie with these guys. What do you reckon? Michael versus Jason? Who knows? Okay, my last Movie Maniac figure. This guy. It's an alien. I think it's supposed to be an alien warrior. This one's from Alien Resurrection. Really detailed. Again, it doesn't really move much. It's got a bendy tail, so just help for balance. But really is an ugly looking thing. This used to freak my daughter out actually. This one sits at the back of the shelf. Up and out of the way so it doesn't give her nightmares. So as you can see, I do like my movie figures, my movie toys. And there's one movie in particular which I do seem to have more merchandise of than anything else. And you probably figured out what that is. It's probably the same thing as most people have, actually. And that is Star Wars. Now, I can't show retro toys. You can probably hear the plastic squeaking. Not showing this thing. The ATST. Actually, known as a chicken worker. Inside here we have an ATST driver. Driver didn't come with it. I had to get that separate. But you can really see the yellowing on this. Look at this compared to here. Crazy. Now I could have got a Chewbacca figure to go in here. Except that Chewbacca would have been way more expensive than getting this guy off eBay. This is the model from the Empire Strikes Back. I know because the stamp underneath on the bottom there. You can't see that. It says 1982. Yeah, that's one on that. And this has been sat on my shelf for a long time. One of those Christmas presents you just love. And this actually isn't my original one. That one broke a long time ago. This one's from eBay. But it still sits on my shelf with great affection. With the memories I used to have with it. Well, I do have lots more Star Wars stuff. Oh, pickups video, wow. Ages ago now it would have been. I showed some micro machines that I picked up with my good buddy Andy. I also got these off him at the same time. More micro machines. These like little playset heads. There's different characters, including the new Darth Vader figure. Wow. Help yourself that. I've not opened these because, like I say, I got them off my friend Andy, and he never opened them, so I'm not certainly opening them. I also have this as well, which I love. These micro machine playsets. They're like busts of the characters, which opened up into playsets. Look at the back of the box here. See all the ones that are available. Were available. And I used to have that one as well, the R2-D2. But again, over the course of time, it's just disintegrated. And this how much that one was. $14.99 from BT's. Now BT's, for those who don't know, was a hobby shop in Manchester. Whether it was a national thing, I don't know. But that used to be my favourite stores to go into. I was absolutely devastated when it closed. Although it's now a CX, so you know. I spent enough time in there, let me tell you. Okay, Star Wars stuff. Well, can't talk Star Wars without talking Star Wars Lego. I have a few Star Wars Lego sets. These are the first sets I have. These are from the 90s. Let me have a look. I'm sure there's got a new one here somewhere. Yep. All the 90s sets. These have been opened. They have been made. I did open them to make them. But whenever you collect something, as you know, space becomes an issue. So let's go back away again. And TIE Fighter as well. And the big one. The B-Wing. Which I love. I love the B-Wing. Okay. I like it because it's such an unusual looking vehicle in the movies. Yeah, it's great. So when I was planning on doing this video, I was talking to my brother. Like I say, he has a little collection of stuff as well. And I said, would you like me to show any of your things? Because he has a great collection of Bucky O'Hare and Bike from M.a.s.k. things. And he said, yeah, maybe you could show my lightsaber collection. Yes, he has a lightsaber collection. So I said, okay, no problem. I do have some Star Wars stuff to show, which I just haven't. So I'll show you lightsaber stuff as well. And this is it. I think most Star Wars fans had a lightsaber at some point, whether as a kid or still do now. So, this is the first one of his. We're going to go from the latest down to the earliest. This is the forced action lightsaber. This is Obi-Wan's. This is the one that had the blade that fully sprang out. Not sure when this is actually from. The year on it, I mean. 2006 it says on the bottom of this. So would that be Attack of the Clones, maybe? Could be. This next one is from episode 1. I know that because it says episode 1. This is Qui-Gon Jinn's lightsaber. And the year on this, it doesn't actually say. But anyway, this is from episode 1. Here's another one from episode 1. For me, the best lightsaber in the series from the best character. This is Darth Maul's twin saber. I think during that year, I think this was actually one of the top toys to get. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, what's down there? And the last one of his collection is this one. And the box is a little worse for wear on this. This is from 96, I think. Yeah, 1996. So this would have been when the original trilogy was being rebranded and remastered, I think. They re-released the toys. Now this one actually is huge. I mean, the handle is like, it's huge. Like this, handle's massive. Seems like over the time they've actually shrunk. Probably health and safety, I don't know. But yeah. This one takes pride to place on his shelf. You can tell it's a little bit dusty. Box is a little bit beaten. But it's still in one piece and it still works as far as I know. I doubt he's putting any batteries in there, but I won't get it out and check. Be afraid of wrecking the box too much. And that's pretty much it, really. And that was a quick 30-minute look at my retro toy collection. That was just a sample of some of the stuff I have. I can do more videos on the subject if you like. I still have lots to show. Next time though, hopefully it'll be a pickups video. We have more events coming up as well. Hopefully I'll be attending an event as a seller. More news on that if and when it happens. So for now, thank you very much for watching. Big shout out to Hayley in Canada, Hayley in Jersey. Thank you very much for my t-shirt. I love it. Thank you. Big thanks for that. and to Simon over at Super Nerds UK, whose format I totally stole. But hey, Simon, imitation is the best form of flattery. Check out Super Nerds UK if you haven't already, and check out their podcast as well. You will not be disappointed. So until next time, take care. Like, share, subscribe, shout it out everywhere. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.